Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is Wildflower Mama Witch, and today I have messages channeled for you for things that are falling into place for you right now. What is falling into place for you? Fall is coming to a close, and where I live, the last of the leaves are starting to fall. And it's just a really, really beautiful time of year. So I went outside and I gathered some pine cones, some acorns, and each of these leaves for the piles today. If you're not sure how pick a card readings work, you can choose based off of the number, the placement, the leaf. You can choose based off of the timestamp. You can choose one pile or you can choose all three. Whatever you feel called to today. So I'm going to give you a few deep breaths to decide which pile or piles you would like to listen to today. Pile number 1. Pile number 2. Pile number 3. Alrighty, you can go ahead and skip ahead if you would like, or you can find the timestamps down below for piles 1, 2, and 3. I cannot wait to see what messages I get for you today of what is falling into place for you. Alrighty, pile number 1, if you chose the yellow leaf, then this is your reading. Let's get started. I'm going to be shuffling on camera today. Oh. So if you would like to skip ahead a bit, if you do not want to see the shuffling, please feel free to do so. Alrighty, what is falling? Oh, okay. What is falling into place for pile number 1? We have Justice. We have the King of Wands. We have the Nine of Swords. And the Ten of Swords. Wow. Alrighty. I'm going to take a little sip of tea before we get started. Okay, let's see if there's any other messages along with this for pile number 1. What is falling into place? Okay, the Priestess. Okay, so with the Nine of Swords and the Ten of Swords, these two cards here, there's definitely a lot of anxiety and fear. And I feel like it's surrounding some sort of like legal matter or some sort of situation that you're feeling like you've got kind of the short end of the stick. Like maybe it's some sort of argument that you're in. Maybe it could be a custody battle. Maybe it could be a divorce. Something is coming to an end, and these cards over here, while they kind of seem a little bit like Oops, sorry, I'm shaking the desk so much right now. While these cards might kind of seem a little bit like scary or intense, the Ten of Swords really represents moving on, a need to like realize that this fairy in this picture is dead. This situation is coming to an end. There is nothing more that you can do about it. There's no use in worrying. There's no use in being fearful of the outcome, because it's done. It's over with. There's no going back, and there's only moving forward. And I really do think that because the Justice card came out this way, like I don't usually take reversals unless I'm really like feeling called to, but this one actually did come out upright. I feel like the cards are wanting you to know that what is falling into place for you is a big win. This is, if it's not already over, it's almost over, and what's coming out of it is a big win. With that, whatever this like legal matter or argument or like I want to say like custody battle keeps coming to my mind for some of you. Or maybe it's like a lawsuit. Maybe it's something that has been going on for a really long time. Maybe it's even like just a relationship in general, and you've been like fighting over who gets the dog, who gets the cat, who gets this or that, and it's not even like a marriage where there's court and things involved. It's just like trying to figure out what to do next there. It could be different for a lot of you, but whatever this situation is that's been causing you a lot of like worry and stress, it's about to be over if it's not already. And like I said, what's coming out on the other side of this, what's falling into place for you, is justice. You are going to be getting the outcome that you deserve. And harmony will be restored. Balance will be restored. And I just see you moving forward so much freer, so much lighter. Like instead of being blindfolded over here, and instead of being tied up and worried and dead to the world, you're going to be like just vibing. Like you're going to be so much more in touch with yourself, with your intuition, with the world around you. You're going to feel so much more peaceful and magical and like powerful, because this place that you're coming from is not a place where you feel very powerful. It's a place where you feel like you're not in control, like you're tied up and thorns are stabbing you. Like this feels like the world is against you. This feels really hard. It feels really heavy, but I'm just seeing that you're about to be really set free. And the King of Wands, like I feel like what's falling into place for you as well is this newfound energy. Like not only will you be having the ability to relax and recover from this intense situation, I feel like you're also going to have this new passion, this new creative energy. You're going to have time now for more projects, more creativity. Maybe you've been unable to focus on your passions and the things that make you happy and feel creative and good because you've been so busy with this situation and dealing with all of this stress that you haven't been able to paint that picture that you want to paint. You haven't been able to write that song, write that poem, dance, sing, play, laugh, whatever it is. I just feel like you're about to really step into a time full of a lot of motivation to go within and explore yourself, but also to go out and explore your creative passions, to explore other people. Maybe maybe it's you haven't had time to focus on your social life or your having a good time life, if you know what I'm saying. I'm seeing some mushrooms over here that are reminding me of a little something something. Maybe you just really haven't had time for that because you've been so focused on this painful situation. And now I feel like you're about to really step into your zone. Like your passion and your drive is going to be like exuding this just amazing energy. An energy of like a go-getter, but also somebody who's like relaxing and taking time for themselves as well. It's a really nice balance, justice. Like I said, harmony. Things are coming back into balance. Things are really falling into place for you in that way right now. And that's really beautiful. Also have, so this is the Mystic Fairy Tarot. And then I have I have some. I'm gonna shuffle them, not on the camera to blow all my leaves away, but this is the Green Witch Oracle. Let's see what other messages we have about what is falling into place for you right now. Whoa! Almost had a bunch hop out. We have Strength. And that is Fennel, number 19. And then we have Luck, which is Lime, number 31. And that's just really, really beautiful. Yeah, I think that, like I said, you're coming from this place of like so much hurt and so much pain and like feeling very vulnerable and kind of left to be, you know, hurt. And you're building, what's falling into place for you is your strength to rise out of this, your strength to move forward and to be yourself again. Because I think who you really are is the Priestess, but you've been just kind of trapped in this, in your head. You've been trapped in your fears, and you've been really having a hard time of letting go of whatever this situation is. But you really are the Priestess. Like, get back into your spiritual practices. You might want to think about meditating, journaling, moon rituals, whether that be the full moon. We just had a full moon last night, probably a couple days ago from when you are seeing this if you're watching it live. But full moon rituals, new moon rituals, journaling, dancing, whatever spiritual practices call to you. Maybe even if it's just drinking some tea. But yeah, and so with the Luck card, I feel like that is a really good indication of like I said, whatever this situation is that you are worried about the outcome for, this is a sign that you're going to, the outcome is going to be in your favor, whether it's a legal matter or an argument or a whatever it is for you. Whatever the situation is, it is going to go your way. I see that very clearly with the Luck card. 31 adds up to 3, 1, 4. 4 is the number of protection from your guides, from your ancestors, from the universe. So you are very protected. You are very supported at this time. And I kind of wanted to, for the last of the cards, have the astrological oracle deck, and I kind of wanted to pull a card to see like with what is falling in place right now, which I really do believe is your strength. And I'm hearing right now to like not only get back into your spiritual practices, but I feel like your strength in your spiritual practices, in your psychic gifts, even are really strengthening right now. They're really growing, and that's what's falling into place for you too, is now that you're moving on from this tough situation, and now that you have the energy back and the passion and the drive back, you're really working on strengthening your relationship with yourself, with Source, with your ancestors, with your spirit guides, with Goddess, with your gifts that you're meant to use. You're not meant to be stuck here. You're not meant to be sitting on the sidelines. You're meant to be center stage. So what I'm asking for from the astrological oracle deck is, with what is falling into place for you, when are these things falling into place? Like, when are you going to see this outcome? Scorpio season. So I feel like we just came out of Scorpio season not too long ago. So for some of you, this very well could mean that next Scorpio season is when some of these things are going to conclude, but I really don't feel that way. I feel like for a lot of you with this pile, this has just wrapped up. You're just coming out of this. Like, Scorpio season can sometimes be this way, a little intense, a little, a little scary. But with the Ten of Swords, I do kind of see that as sort of like a Scorpio themed moment. Like, it's where you need to realize that you have to let go in order to be reborn, in order to regenerate. You have to let go of things. And I feel like some of you are still maybe holding on to something that happened during Scorpio season. So what I'm really, really hearing is, let it go. We're not in Scorpio season anymore. You got the outcome, or you're getting the outcome that you wanted. So move on. Let it go. Let it die. Stop sitting in the pain of it. Get yourself out of this, or allow yourself to be pulled out of this, and step into the priestess energy. Because Scorpio is all about, I'm a Scorpio, you might be a Scorpio or have major Scorpio placements. I'm also a Scorpio moon, so I love me some Scorpio. But like I said, it's huge, huge transformation energy. Like, you have been in a pretty tough spot. Mentally, maybe even physically, emotionally, you've been stuck. You've been going through it. You've been having a lot of fear and stress and anxiety. But like I said, it's time for you to let it go. It's time for you to let that person go. Loud message. It's time for you to let that person go, or that situation, that marriage, that boyfriend, that girlfriend, that friend, that family member, even that roommate. Okay? This is going to work out for you. You will come out victorious. You will come out strong in yourself, in your gifts. Like I said, you are going to, what's falling into place for you is this newfound balance of passion and rest at the same time. Okay? I want to pull a few charms from my charm bucket. Ooh. Okay. Sorry, I keep getting shaky. Okay, you got quite a few charms, but you got the letters KB, these little letters over here, KV, VK. That could be somebody's initials, could be your initials, maybe could have something to do with the person or the place or the situation that you're needing to let go of, or where you're on your way to. You got this witch, and she's kind of like concocting something. She's stirring up her potion in her cauldron. There's like a spider web. And I feel like this is just, it just goes really nicely with the priestess. It's like, it's time to get back into those practices. Like maybe you are somebody who used to be super big into your spiritual practices, but you've really just not been having time or energy or space for that lately. You also got the King of Wands little mini card. So again, so much energy is coming through, so much passion, so much motivation, like a relentless, in a good way. Like you are not going to let this go. Like you're gonna use this newfound energy because you've been, just like I said, sitting in this like stuck, tired, fearful, painful place. And as you rise out of that, like you're not going to let yourself fall back into that. You are going to allow yourself to rest, please, but you're not going to fall quite so far back again. And you got the Desert Rose, which is a crystal that to me is really like exuding self-confidence. So again, that goes really nicely with the priestess. You also got this little rubber band, which to me is like adaptability, flexibility, building strength. Maybe you're building some physical strength. Like I said, I'm hearing like workers' comp for some reason. Like maybe you got hurt at work, or maybe you just got hurt in general, and you know, maybe somebody physically even hurt you. And if that's the case, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. That's definitely something that's coming up for somebody. Somebody may have physically hurt you, and you are getting the justice that you deserve for that situation. And I'm really happy for you. I'm sorry that you went through that, but I'm really happy for you that you're getting the justice that you deserve. And with the rubber band, like, it was just making me think of like physical therapy with strength. Like maybe your physical strength is something that you're working on right now. Maybe, like I said, you got hurt in some way, and so you're working on your strength. Shout out to all my people who have been to physical therapy. You know what I mean. Let's see, you also got the rabbit, or little bunny. And the first thing that just popped into my head was like pulling a rabbit out of a hat. So again, magic. Like you have the power, my friend. Like get back into your magical practices. Obviously, I don't think many of you are probably pulling rabbits out of your hat. Maybe you are. And if you are, that is amazing. And please, please continue to do that. But I don't know. I'm just really hearing like, okay. And also, you know what bunnies are known for? I don't think I need to say it. I think most of you do. But earlier I was kind of saying like you have this newfound energy, if you know what I mean, with these little mushrooms that look like other things. So maybe that's could be something that's falling into place for you. Maybe you're having a little bunny fun time, if you know what I'm saying. You also got the Page of Swords little mini card, and I feel like that is really beautiful. You're coming out of this, you know, negative space, and I feel like you're finding new ways of thinking, new ways of believing, new ways of speaking to yourself, new ways of speaking to others, and you're kind of slowly starting to share this experience with others. Maybe you're taking up a new class. Maybe you're taking up some form of a new study. something like that. And then when I see the octopus charm, a lot of the times to me that could indicate somebody like kind of being like having their like it's like tentacles all over the place. So like it's kind of like having yourself kind of spread too far out. But for you right now, I'm actually seeing that like you've had your tentacles all like stuck. Like your tentacles have been tied up. Like you have had no space to grow or move recently. And I feel like you're breaking free. Like you have room to spread out your tentacles. And you've got your hands in all kinds of different new, exciting, fun adventures. You're gonna go have a paint night. You're gonna go dancing. You're gonna go ride your bike. You're gonna go for a hike. You're gonna have tea with your friends. Like whatever the things are, I feel like you just have so much more time and energy to put into all these different places that you've been wanting to put them in. Okay? So this was really beautiful. And like I said, I'm so sorry for your experience and whatever, really painful, stressful situation that you've been going through, whatever that is for you. But you are so strong and you are so magical and powerful. Okay? Thank you so much for letting me read for you. I would love to hear your thoughts. If this resonated, if it didn't, I love to hear feedback on my readings, so please comment and let me know what you think. I hope to read for you again soon. Thank you so much, pile number 1. Alrighty, pile number 2. If you chose this brown leaf, this is your message for things that are falling into place for you right now. And I'm really excited to see what that is for you. I am going to be shuffling on camera. Well, after I do the initial flipping, because I don't want to blow all my leaves all over the place. But if you want to go ahead and skip past this, go ahead. But if you like to see the shuffle, okay, that one really wanted to come out. Woo! And that one too. Pile number 2. What is falling into place for you? Knave of Swords, Page of Swords, the Devil, Four of Swords, woo, my goodness, yours are like popping out today. Okay, so lots of swords. So I feel like lots about like communication or thoughts and anything else for, okay, the Hanged Fae. Right. So, okay. What's falling into place for you right now is, I feel like, a whole new way of thinking about life. I think that I'm going to switch these around because this is just the way that I'm like looking at it right now. But I feel like you may have recently been struggling with some sort of something. I don't want to sugarcoat it, but the Devil card is not the devil. I personally don't believe in the devil, but that's a whole other story. But it's anything in excess. So whether that be, drinking, whether that be extracurricular activities, if you know what I'm saying, maybe too much sleep, maybe too much sugary foods, different things like that. Maybe smoking, maybe nicotine devices. Something has been a little bit too much. And I feel like you know what it is. I feel like whenever this card comes up, it's usually because it's like, okay, you already know, so stop, okay? Like, you already know. The only person who keeps going back for more is you, okay? And so I feel like, and that's not to say that, like, you know, addictions aren't real. Addictions are hard. Trust me, I know. But the cards are just saying, listen, we know, you know, so let's look at this and let's maybe reevaluate. Let's maybe rein it in a bit, okay? Because like I said, something is just happening too much. And when we are doing too much of something, sometimes that can get a bit dangerous, depending on what it is, you know? So, but what I see is falling into place for you when you are ready to acknowledge this devil, because some of you, you know, but you're not ready to acknowledge. You're not acknowledging it. You're like, oh, it's fine. Yeah, I'll stop. I you know, tomorrow, next week, whatever your excuses are. Oh, I'll get help. For some of you, it's something very serious. And I think that you know that you need to reach out to somebody you trust, a professional. And if that's you, please take this as your sign to do it. If you've been waiting for a sign, if you've been waiting for somebody else to be like, please get help, please make a change, now is the time to do so. For some of you, that it's really, really serious. Yeah, I feel like my heart, like, I feel like suddenly, like, my heart just feels like very heavy. And so I feel like for some of you, this is something that's really big. For some of you, it's not super serious seeming. It's, you know, silly things, not silly things because it's big to you, but things like junk food, sugar, which is detrimental for your health as well. But I'm talking for some of you, there's just like immediate attention needed for something that you are doing way too much of. It's making me want to like crack my back and like move around. I need to take a deep breath. And trust me, I've been there. I have been there. Oh boy, have I been there. There have been a number of things in my life that I have been doing or using too much of. And so I'm not saying what I'm saying to sound like this is not something that's really hard, because it is. Okay. I want to move on from that heaviness. I almost want to like literally not even have that over here right now. Like, she gone, bye. Like, see you later, okay? Because what is falling into place for you, and it's really interesting because this Knave of Swords is like falling, and this Hanged Fae like seems like she kind of fell into this place. But like I said, you got 3 swords cards, and it's just like this new way of life, this new way of thinking about yourself and about the world around you and about your situation. You're gaining a whole new perspective on your life. I think that whatever this, you know, that thing over there, whatever that was, it was really clouding your judgment. It was really taking up a lot of space, a lot of time, a lot of energy in your life. And when you let that go, when you re-examine and you kind of get that crap out of there, I think that you're just going to be opened up to this whole new world, like this whole new perspective. Like when I stopped doing something that I shouldn't have been doing for a long time, it was like clouds were lifted from my vision. Like clouds, it was like fog got cleared out of my mind. Because finally I could see again, like I could feel again, like what was actually going on. I wasn't numbing myself with something all day, every day. So trust me when I say I get it. When you come out of that though, like you really are going to be gaining a new perspective. Like you're going to be like, whoa, wow. Like right now, like this thing may be keeping you inside, keeping you to yourself, keeping you locked up. And you're going to be coming out of it like, oh my gosh, look at the beautiful leaves falling from the trees. Oh my gosh, I didn't notice how beautiful the flowers outside my house were. Or let's, take a trip to the beach because I want to see the waves and I want to hear them and smell the salt in the air. Like it's just going to be such a new perspective when you come out of that. And the Knave of Swords, like something specifically from this deck, it talks about is just like going for it, just jumping into something new and exciting. Jump into this new way of thinking and being. Like, don't sit around and wait for the perfect moment, because there is never a perfect moment. When I needed to stop doing something that I needed to stop doing, I would always say like, oh, next time I run out, oh, next time, I go here, next time I go there, or on Monday, or whatever. I was constantly making like excuses, prolonging the situation. And what I'm hearing is just, now is the time. Now is the time. And something that I hear a lot in Chloe Taylor's, either, I don't know if it's in her videos or on her Patreon or what, but it's that don't tell yourself, oh, I'm trying to quit smoking. Oh, I'm trying to not eat junk food. I'm trying to watch less TV. Whatever it is for you. Tell yourself and tell other people around you, I don't smoke anymore. I don't watch TV anymore. Or I don't watch shows like that anymore. They're not good for me. I don't do this or that. Whatever it is for you. Because when you actually, like, even if you've only not smoked for like 10 minutes, and this is something that I've heard multiple times from Chloe Taylor, and it's just a loud message that needs to be repeated, is that, like, even if you just smoked a cigarette this morning, and then this afternoon, you've already been like, okay, no, like now is the time, I'm done, I'm stopping. Don't go out with some friends and they offer you a cigarette and you're like, oh, I'm trying not to smoke anymore. Say, I'm not smoking anymore. Someone here is definitely smoking. Is the big thing for them. But also, like I said, for some of you, it's definitely something more serious than that. And I feel for you. And I know how hard it is. So know that, like, I know this is a lot easier said than done, but also, like, this is your sign. What's falling into place for you is you need to just take the leap, because you need to heal. You need to rest. You need to rest your mind from whatever this is. whatever it is, you need to rest your mind and you need to rest your soul. Like actually you need sleep. And I feel like for some of you that it may be something, some sort of substance that could be blocking your dreams. And I feel like when you let that go, you're going to be starting to have way more vivid dreams again. And the answers that you've been looking for are going to start coming. That new perspective, those new ideas, they're going to come back. Because right now, like I said, it's just like there's just this cloud fogging everything for you. Fogging your mind, your memories, your ability to see the beauty around you. But what's falling into place is your readiness to jump, to take this leap, to let go, to welcome in rest and recovery, to welcome in new ways of thinking and believing and talking to yourself and about your life and your situation. And overall, with all of this, just a brand new perspective, a brand new way of seeing things. And you went through all of this, and that will always be there. But you can use it moving forward to help yourself not get back to that place. Once you take yourself out of that, you'll look back and be like, wow, what did I do? And so don't forget to forgive yourself and know that everything that we go through, we have to go through for some reason. And you could have gone through it to help somebody else get out of it. Like I see 2 people here resting. So maybe, after some time of you going through this journey, you can help somebody else get out of it. Because think about what you're doing. Think about what you're doing and think about what you know that you shouldn't be doing. Would you want your sister to do that? Would you want your brother? Would you want your best friend to be doing that or to be going through that alone? To continue to go down that road? Whatever that looks like for you? No, you probably wouldn't. So save yourself. Save yourself. And maybe you can save somebody else in the future. Okay. Wow, that was like a long, long message for just the tarot cards so far, but I also have for you the Green Witch Oracle. A message for pile number 2. What is falling into place for them right now? Got strength. And I was already thinking that this pile, it does sound kind of similar to pile number 1. So if you were also drawn to pile number 1, you might want to also watch that pile. They also got the Strength Fennel card. And so I really, really feel like this card and all of these cards, they're calling you to just take that leap, to be strong, to know that you are so strong. And another thing about strength is that strength also is allowing other people to help you out of this situation. Maybe you will be this for somebody one day, but maybe what you need right now is somebody to be there for you, somebody to hold your hair. Someone I'm really like, I thought about it for a second because I was like, should I even say that? But someone, this could even be like a withdrawal. And you're gonna need someone to be there for you. Being strong is allowing other people to be there for you while you're regaining your strength. And then once you become strong, you can lend your strength to somebody else who needs it. Okay? And then the last cards before I pull some charms is the Astrological Oracle. And so for this card, I wanted to kind of see like some sort of like a timeline, like when is this falling into place? Like this is what is falling into place for you, and like when can we see like what is falling into place for you, if that makes any sense. Pile number 2. She flew. Okay, you got Uranus. Great. It says, the god Uranus rules the night sky and the heavens. Astrologically, the celestial body that bears his name is also about heavenly aspirations and the limitless vision of the cosmos. This is the planet that rules invention and originality, bringing a fresh point of view. Uranus is the bestower. That was funny. Uranus is the bestower of genius, as well as originality and eccentricity, a willingness to go to extremes no matter what the norms of society might expect. This can lead to rebellion, even revolution, both personally and globally. When Uranus appears in your oracle reading, expect flashes of brilliance that lead to meaningful change. So, to me, I feel like this is saying right now. Like, right now is the time. Like, this is the flash that you needed. Like, this is the flash that you needed. This is your wake-up call. This is like it begins now. Like, bye. Okay? Like, we're getting that out of there. No more. Done. Okay, no more excuses. No more next time. No more Monday, next week, whenever. Now. Now is the flash that you needed. And it's time for big change. Okay? And I'm going to pull some charms for any additional messages. Charm number 2, what's falling into place right now. Okay. You got the little marble. And the marble is like, well, first of all, it kind of reminds me of all of these little like bubbles on all of these cards, but typically this charm, it reminds me of like childlike play. So I feel like you're really, like I said, once you're getting that new perspective and you're like, able to see the world around you and feel again, it's really important that you do things that make your inner child so happy and smile and feel joyful and playful and free. I feel like you might need to like play some games or go to the park, swing on the swings. I just did that yesterday and it was amazing. Yeah, pile number 1 also got the Desert Rose crystal, which is the crystal of self-confidence to me. So just like really being confident in yourself and strong moving forward. Okay, and so you got the Knave of Swords again. So again, now is the time. Go for it. Jump. Take the leap. Now is the time. You got the same card twice. So please don't ignore this sign. Don't ignore it anymore. Like, I literally want to cry because I know what this is like. Like, I know. But now is the time. Like, this is the sign. Don't ignore it anymore. This is just a random leaf that was accidentally in there. So maybe that, again, like maybe you need to go outside and like enjoy the leaves. Like, go find yourself a nice red fall leaf. Go explore the forest. Go for a walk. Get a new perspective when you clear your mind. With the mask, I just feel like like, again, with the like lifting of the clouds, I feel like you're taking the mask off. You're taking the mask off, and like, oh my gosh, this isn't necessarily a mask, but like when I looked over and saw it, it kind of just like, I don't know, it looked like a mask to me, but it's not. It's obviously like part of his face. But take off the mask. Like, you're not the devil. Like, you might look like you're the devil, you might feel like you're the devil, but you're not. Like, I literally want to like throw that card, like, not. And I don't even feel that way about that card all the time, but this one in particular right now, like, take off the mask. You are not the devil. You're not the devil, okay? You might feel like it. You may have been acting like it at times, but you are not the devil, okay? You are so strong. You are so beautiful. You have so much life and love to give, to live. Don't let it get cut short. Don't let it be like that, okay? Don't let it overtake you. Take off the mask. Now is the time, okay? And with that, I think I'm going to leave it there for your reading on what is falling into place for you. I know this was like really heavy, and so I just again want to say, like, I completely understand. Please let me know if this resonates for you. And even if it doesn't, still let me know. I love to hear feedback. But I'm here for you. Don't hesitate to reach out if you're in this place, because I have more experience with it than I care to admit. Trust me. But you will come out of this so strong. You already are strong. But you'll come out of it even stronger and with a whole new perspective on life. So thank you so much, pile number 2, for letting me read for you. And I hope to read for you again soon. Alrighty, pile number 3, if you chose this gorgeous little red leaf, then this is your reading about what is falling into place for you right now. I am going to be shuffling the cards, so if you want to skip ahead a little bit, you totally can. Up to you. What is falling into place for pile number 3? Five of Pentacles. Whoa! That was a lot. Five of Cups. Oh boy. The Magician. Love to see the Magician. Whoa. The Moon. Okay. It started, they had me in the first half there. Anything else? Oh, whoa, whoa. Okay. The Empress. And the Three of Swords. Okay. Okay. So it's just kind of funny how these cards ended up falling or like being put out. Yeah. So, okay. You have 3 major cards on this side, which I feel like is what's falling into place for you right now. But first, over here, I feel like this is kind of representing like where you're at or where you have been recently. And the Five of Pentacles, in this card specifically, it's showing this fairy. It looks like her baskets that she's worked really hard on, like they've fallen over or they've been destroyed, like there's flowers broken, and she's crying, she's upset, she's sad, like she's kind of given up. She's kind of really defeated right now. You know, like I feel like you're in this place of like, you feel like you've just been working so hard. So like, why isn't it paying off? Like, why is it you're feeling like, why isn't this hard working put off? I put so much time, I put so much energy into this for it to just turn to nothing. And I really feel like for somebody, you must have just come out of a relationship, because you also got the Five of Cups, which is a card that indicates like pain and loss, like a really deep loss. And so that really, those two cards together, it's like, yeah, like you've lost something, you've lost a lot. I think you, and not only those two cards, but you got the Three of Swords, which is the heartbreak card. It's like knives, swords in the heart. It's just complete heartbreak and pain. They're crying. They're all crying. Like, everybody's crying over here. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that things have been this way. Like, I want to cry because I'm so sorry that you've been feeling like this and going through this. Like, I feel like for sure, I think that some of you, like, this definitely is a breakup for a lot of you. It could be a friend breakup, it could be a family breakup, or a romantic partner. Like, it could be a divorce, it could be like just a regular breakup, whatever it is. Like, you've lost somebody, but I feel like for some of you, you've lost something too. Like, maybe in the breakup you lost your house, or you lost full-time custody with your kids, or something like that. I just feel like this is definitely, it feels like a breakup of some kind, whatever kind of breakup it is for you. Like, whether, again, that's friends, a friend breakup, a family, or some of you could have even experienced like a real loss, like a death of a loved one. And you're just feeling like so lost and so broken. And like, you just completely, the life that you built together, the life that you knew is over. And what was it all for? I'm so sorry for your loss, whatever kind of loss it was. Whether that, again, is person's possessions, yourself even. I think some of you have really lost yourself in the process. I don't know, I just want to like take a moment to take a deep breath, and just for you to know that I'm so sorry again for your loss, and I'm here for you, and I feel for you. I see you, I hear you. This is deep, this wound cuts deep. What I see falling into place for you is something really, really beautiful. Despite all of this pain and this loss and these doubts of why is this happening to me? Why everything that I worked for, everything that I tried so hard to build is gone. Despite all of that, you are about to create the life that you've always wanted. The Empress and the Magician, like, paired together is so powerful. And with the moon in the background too, like, so with the Magician card, it's like you have everything that you need to manifest your desires. You have, like, it has this, you have the swords, you have the cups, you have the pentacles, you have the wands. You have it all. You have all the tools are on your table to manifest this life that you want, whether that be a family, whether that be a business. You will get it back. You'll get it back in a new way that you could have never imagined. For some of you, this very well could be, maybe this happened a long time ago, but it's still, like, for some of you, this person or this situation could come back. But for some of you, it's coming back, but in a whole, like, not the same person or not the same thing. It's coming back in a whole new way, a whole new person. For some of you, I'm hearing, start your own family. Maybe your partner walked away and you're pregnant, or walked away and you have kids together. And now you're doing it all alone. But you're gonna make this life so beautiful. She's so abundant. And for some of you, like, that, you know, kids, pregnancy aside, like, this could just be like a beautiful life. The beautiful life that you've always wanted. To be creative, to be free, to flow. And what I'm hearing is, like, you already have all of the tools, but also don't forget about the moon. The moon is so powerful. So if you already are powerful yourself, you already have all the tools, you can use the moon's energy to make this that much stronger, to make this manifestation, to make this, your power, that much stronger. I'm also hearing, like, with the cards going around with the Empress and with, like, the moon, I'm hearing cycle syncing. I feel like something that's falling into place for you is living more by the cycles of the moon, more by the cycle of your menstrual cycle if you have one, if you're somebody with a uterus who has periods. If you aren't already, it's time to start looking into syncing your cycle with the way that you live your life, and also with the moon. Like, for example, I get my period with the new moon, and I ovulate around the full moon. So when I'm on my period, when it's the time of the new moon, the dark moon, I rest. And then I come out of that, and as I get more towards the full moon, I start planning my creative ideas, and then I execute them, and they are just so much more in the flow and beautiful than when I'm trying to force something at the wrong time for me, if that makes sense. So I'm really seeing, like, this was really a difficult loss. This was a difficult time that you're coming out of right now, or that you're even still in. But what I'm seeing is just, like, so much magic and beauty and power. Like, so much. You've been feeling like all these homegirls, home fairies, all of them are so sad. They're so sad, and they're crying, and they have every right to be, because they are going through it. They are going through it hardcore over here. But what's falling into place for you is wiping your tears, picking yourself up, and realizing that you have the magic. You have the power. You can create whatever it is that you desire. You can make this life for yourself that you want. Just because you've had this loss, just because you've had this heartbreak and this pain, doesn't mean that you can't get what you want. Just because he left you, or she left you, or they left you, doesn't mean that you still can't have a family. It doesn't mean you can't have the career that you want. Doesn't mean you can't go travel. You can't do whatever it is that is your dreams. You have dreams, I'm hearing. Big, big dreams. And you think that it's all over now, but it's not. You don't need this person. You don't need this thing. You have everything within you. You don't need anything else but yourself. And maybe, you know, a little bit of moon magic too. Just to add in a little pizzazz, a little extra sprinkle. Okay? Okay. I also am going to pull a Green Witch Oracle card for you. So for pile number 3, what is falling into place? For pile number 3, any additional messages? Ooh, girl, or boy, or non-binary. Success. Success. Okay? Peppermint. Success. This is so beautiful. So beautiful. There is so much success personally, financially, emotionally, physically, all the things. Like, there's just so much success. Like, you have not lost it all. Like, that is the biggest thing that I want you to take away. You have not lost it all. This needed to happen for you to be successful. It needed to happen for you to grow and to realize that you got this. You can do it on your own. You don't need anybody else. You are going to be so successful. And the last card that I'm going to pull for you before I get the charms is from the Astrological Oracle. Oh my gosh. I just looked out my window, and when I started, it was still a bit light out, and it was getting ready to be sunset, and by this point it's pitch black outside. But I looked up for the first time in a little while, and I can clearly see the moon straight ahead of me. And I think the fullest of the full moon was last night as I'm recording this. So today, still technically to me and to my eyes, a full moon. Like, that is a full moon, the moon right there. I just can't even stop looking at it. Like, that's just so crazy to me. Like, definitely start looking into syncing your life more with the cycles of the moon and with your inner cycle, if you have one. If you don't, just think about the moon cycle. So the astrological oracle card that I'm pulling is kind of just to get a general idea of a sort of like timeline. And you got Leo. And so I feel like by Leo season next year, you are gonna have the life that you've always dreamed of. And don't think, oh, it's so far away. This is a timeless video, so whenever you're watching it, whether it's when it's live and it comes out and this seems like it's, you know, it's what, like 9 months away, 10 months away? That might seem like a long time, but in the grand scheme of things, it's really not. And you could be watching this, you know, sometime other than now, when it's a little bit closer, but whatever. Know that this is coming. Know that you were meant to shine and to bloom and to express yourself and to create, as Leos are so good at doing. Like, there's the flower there that kind of looks similar. And I just feel like, don't lose sight of this. Get into the flow of working with the moon, of working with the cycles of nature, the seasons even. It takes time to build that up. It takes time, but just know that you are going to be so successful. Like, everything that you've ever wanted is going to be yours by Leo season. And you already have everything that you need, but don't forget that it takes time. You don't just plant a seed and the next day there's a, massive tomato ready to be picked and eaten. You have to let it grow. You have to know that you have all the tools, and then you have to use them. Use these tools. Use the moon as a tool. Use your creativity in better flow and alignment with you and with your body and the seasons and the moon. Okay? And last but not least, hopefully I can do this before my phone dies, but I'm going to pull some charms. Okay. So right away, I'm seeing an angel wing. So yeah, for some of you, this was the loss of a person, of a loved one, like a death. And I'm so sorry for your loss again. They're here. They're here to tell you that they are here. They're not gone. You may have lost them in this physical world, but you have not lost them, okay? They're still very much here for you. They're around, and they love you, and they're supporting you, and they want you to believe. And for some of you, you got this rocking horse, and so for some of you, I'm definitely seeing a pregnancy. I'm definitely seeing either a pregnancy or like a family being started. That is a big, big message for somebody. A family is being started, a pregnancy of some kind. So if that's not something that you want, do not take that. Just ignore that, just leave that be. But for some of you, that is a big, big message. And you also got the bat. And so I feel like with the bat, it's just kind of like a reminder to hang in there, man. Hang in there, like I said, or woman, or again, non-binary. I'm trying to stop with whenever I say whatever I say, I mean it in a gender neutral way. Like if I say man, if I say girl, dude, whatever, like I mean it towards everybody, no matter how you identify. So I'm sorry. Anyway, hang in there. Like I said, this is really hard, and this might seem far away, but it is not. Hang in there and believe, and get ready to receive. Get ready to receive. Z could be a very significant letter to you. It could be somebody's initial. It could be maybe the person that you lost, one of their initials. It could just have some sort of significant meaning to you. I don't know why, but I'm thinking of a zebra. Like I was like, that's silly, I'm not gonna say that, but I'm thinking of a zebra. And that could be significant to somebody for some reason. I don't know why. And then you got the infinity. And so I just feel like there's just infinite possibilities here for you. Okay? Like don't settle in this I lost it all. There's so much waiting for you. So much beauty to explore, so much power, so much magic. You are literally the magician. You are the empress. You embody the moon's power. You have all the tools. You have all the beauty within you. And you know how to harness energy from other places. And I'm looking up at the moon again. And it's just so gorgeous and big and bright, just like you. Not, you know what I mean? I mean that in all, with love. Okay. I'm just so funny. Anyway, with that being said, again, real quick, just want to say again, they love you. They're still here. Don't forget that. Please don't forget that. Like, they wanted me to let you know again. They're here. They're here. Okay? So with all that being said, thank you so much, pile number 3, for watching. Thank you for letting me read for you. Let me know if this resonated. Let me know if it didn't. I love to hear feedback on my readings, and I hope to read it for you again sometime soon. Thank you.